Alright, today we're going to be talking about HTML5. Now, most of you think HTML5 is a coding language. It's actually not. It's considered a markup language because there's no logic involved with HTML. So that means it's really, really easy to learn. All it's doing is making things pretty. It's making it big, it's making it small. It's changing some of the size and just creating the look of the screen. And I want to share this resource, w3schools.com. It was probably the single greatest resource that I've found that helped me move forward in HTML. So it's got all of this stuff here, and I'm going to try to break it down for you really, really simply. Basically, if you see this is HTML5. Before this day, we had this long snippet of code that we had to put at the top of every HTML page. Now they've made it really easy. I'm just going to copy this. I could write it out for you, but it just seems a lot easier to copy and paste. Which, if you're doing this for the first time, I'd really recommend you do it. So let's do it together. So question mark or exclamation point. Let's do all caps because I like that. Doc type HTML. And that just basically tells what kind of code we're using. You know, if it was PHP, I'd maybe do some kind of PHP exclamation. Or if it was some other language like JavaScript, I'd do some JavaScript exclamation. Because basically, the computer doesn't know what this is. It's just words on a screen. So we have to tell it, okay, this is a specific type of language. This is a markup language. This is HTML. And since it's HTML, we have to tell it again, where's the HTML going? Well, it's going in between these two, this starting and this ending. And basically, whenever you see something like this, with these less than, greater than, that's a tag. So this is a tag, and this is a tag. This is considered an opening tag, and it's a closing tag. And there's only one thing that's different about the two. It's the slash. All right. I'm using brackets if you can't tell. So if you guys want to get brackets and follow along, it's the most simple way to start writing HTML that you've ever seen. All I do is I just click this little magic button and it goes live. Look at that. Whatever I'm doing in here, it's working. Look at this. And it's also pulling index.html and the name of my actual file. Let's get to it a little bit further. So I'm going to show you a website. This is a website that I've built. And you may notice something. At the very top, there's this little thing that sticks at it. This is called a header. And at the bottom, it's almost like it's at the foot of the website. We call that a footer. And everything in between those two segments, the header and the footer, is called the body. Because we want it to stay the same on whatever page we go to. For instance, if I go to this baptism page, look, the header remains consistent. The footer remains consistent. But the body changes. So let's go back. So we needed to note in our HTML a header. And how we do that in code inside of HTML, we just write head. For the same thing, what comes after the head? Well, let's go back. Header, body. So let's write the body. Body. What comes after the body? The footer. Just like we talked about. And it's being really nice and playing really well with me. So now we have the basics of an HTML page. And there's really 6 or 7 more, but basically it boils down to 2 more. All of my code gets written in the body. Because I could do like up here, I could say ministry, or I could say, try to match it up there. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to show you the body right now for time's sake. and how to do it. So the first tag I'm going to teach you is what's called an H1. Now, basically all this is saying is it's heading 1. It's our main heading. It goes from 1 to 6. So I could say H1, hello world. Check this out. I'm going to do H2 now. Hello world. Same thing. Let's do H3. Hello world. Look at it. It's getting smaller. Now, they don't have to get smaller. I can tell the computer to make it bigger actually if I wanted to go down. Oh, I messed up here. Let's clean this up. And let's say hello world. And hello world. And it goes all the way down. Oh, messed up. Let's take that out. Command X. Now it's going to be clean. So I could do this in reverse if I wanted to, but I'm not. The last tag I want to teach you, just the basics of HTML, is the P tag. Now I wonder what P stands for. If you look at pages or something like that, let's just bring it up really quick. I'm just going to show you. And let's do File New. Let's see how it works. Go to Text. Look at this. It's got these different presets over here. Body, subject, title, heading. Oh wow, header and footer. It's got different labels, different markup that it uses. This is the same thing with HTML. But P stands for paragraph. I'll just do some dummy. Lorem ipsum set omit allure. And I could do this. I could take this code and put it in my head, or I could take this code and put it in my footer. Whatever I want to do. And that's the basics of HTML.